Last time on the Intern, we saw the 10 finalists on a business excursion to Obudu Cattle Ranch and the Tinapa Business Resort in Cross River State. Their purpose for that trip is basically to get a hang of what it takes to run such mega business initiatives. Also, their staying together in Protea Hotel revealed more about the individual characters and personalities that make up our 10 finalists. Today on The Intern, the real battle begins. For the first time on the show, the contestants meet with Mrs. Morris Jones. Who is Morris Jones? Is her visit unusual? Find out more. Also today is the boardroom reshuffle of the contestants, resulting from the pulling out of the show by one of the initial 10. There is a new kid on the block. Who is this new contestant? How was he brought in and why? Find out these and more on today's episode of The Intern. Last time on The Intern, the 10 contestants expressed objectives they wish to accomplish from the Business Academy. Now that the objectives have been determined, the contestants tell us what strategy they have individually formulated to accomplish the goals.
Came into the house, my strategy really was to be thorough at every task, to just keep quiet and learn really, and get information, from other people. But as I lived with the other inmates, I got to realize that I can't just keep quiet really, because I'm a very quiet person. That's my nature. But if it's not about knowing something, but being able to show that you know it, and applying the knowledge you have within you. So my nature is going to change. It's going to change a little. I have to learn to express myself. That's what I've learned, and I'm going to do a lot of that.
I'm going to be myself. I'm going to learn as much as I can, and I'm going to make the most of it. I think that's a strategy.
Well, the truth is I don't have like a laid out strategy because I know it is going to be evolving, all right, but I'm not going to let the day pass by. I'm going to be very observant, which is a role I play normally, and just do what I should do based on what I see and perceive.
To be honest, the way I see it, I want to be myself totally. My strategy is just to be myself, my assertful self, very resourceful self, very creative self, and most importantly, some people call me enigmatic in the sense that they don't see me coming. In other words, I can come in any way. You want me to be playful, I could. You want me to be very serious, I could. You want me to be really unassuming, I could. So I want to be myself, and I believe that's going to be my strategy. Just be me as much as possible.
I have a strategy, but I'm still open to changing the strategy. I plan to learn from everybody and to use what I learn to outwit and outsmart my contestants. But then, never say never in life, so I'm still open to learning, open to new strategies, really.
Well, my main strategy is to be myself. Whatever comes, I'll take hold of it and give it my best shot.
Well, I have a strategy, but I believe in taking it one day at a time. Basically, I want to observe and as much as possible, come in when I really need to come in, make as much impact as I have to, and watch the different camps, because obviously camps, I wouldn't belong to any camp anyway. And as much as possible, I'll keep myself to my own side as much as possible, but watch the different camps and see how I can wriggle my way through them and cause as much good and bad things for them.
You can't go into any business environment, especially one as competitive as this, without having a strategy, one or two tricks up your sleeve. I don't really have anything new. I'm just going to give you everything I have, if it's possible, even though I don't really agree with the use of the phrase to give it 150%. But I will give it everything I have, keep my eyes open. If I have to slip one on my fellow contestants, I'll pray to God for forgiveness. But that's really my plan, to go in there with my guns blazing, as you will.
I am a fellow who I believe in the divine will a lot.
and it has been something that has kept me going through my school days, secondary school, university. I don't have a strategy per se, but I still have a strategy. And my strategy is simply this. I'm just going to go on that show, be myself, offer what I've got, but at the same time, I'm going to be analytical, because every particular situation in the show needs you to analyze and to think. But my main game point is going to be that I'm just going to be myself, because being myself is what has gotten me this far, and I don't see it failing me at all.
Actually, my strategy is to act like I don't have a strategy. That's the strategy for the show.
For the 10 intern contestants, they are quick to realize that they are in a competition. Even when you dine, wine and sleep together, the winner takes it all. Just as it is in the real business world, which is truly a jungle, becoming the winner is akin to crossing so many obstacles. Thus, as emotionless as business is, each contestant finds in the next man an obstacle to realizing the winning dream. Therefore, they identified obstacles to their ambition, even if it means sacrificing the best of friends.
Amina, Bose, Ayo, Thomas, Dami.
That'll definitely be Ayo, Amina, Kola, Ogechi, and Thomas. Why? Truthfully, even starting from their background and their experience thus far, you know, Ogechi, for instance, has a degree in business, you know, which this is all about, all right? And then Ayo has very many years of experience in advertising, branding, and a whole lot of entrepreneurial work, let's put it like that. And so does Amina. So basically, I think for me, it's their experience and their knowledge.
Let's see. Ayo is the first person. He's intelligent. His intelligence scares me. Bose is also intelligent. I think Ogechi, Amina, and then Thomas.
5. I think the 9 will stand in my way. But if I have to pick 5, I think I'll pick myself first. I'm aware of the fact that I have to be able to represent myself properly. In other words, if I don't position myself well, if I don't represent myself well, I will be my own undoing. That's the first thing, the way I see it. Because the 9 of them are, in a unique way, all very, very unique. Or should I say competitive or something of that nature. So I'll say myself first. Thomas Aibe, Ogechi Osueke, Amina Idris, and in a unique way, I believe Rona Hanon, because I believe she has a very peculiar kind of smartness that people don't know, and I personally think you should watch out for her, so to say.
Bose, Thomas, Amina, Emmanuel, and Ayo.
My number one contestant or my number one competitor, the strong one, is Bose. I see we share a lot in common when it comes to personality, and we share a lot in common when it comes to our drive, our determination, and the way we relate to other people. I see from the 5 ladies, she's my main main contender. The other ladies, I'm not too threatened, but Bose is my main threat. And then for the guys, I would say Thomas. He believes he's full of ideas. He calls himself the ideas man. So I'll say Thomas. I would say Ayo. He's very technical. I would say Damilola is not difficult, but he's very quiet. I haven't really felt his impact. I'll say Damilola and I'll say Rona.
Well, judging by the fact that I have 9 other people who are as intelligent as I am, I think one person who will stand in my way is Bose. just one person I know who will stand in my way. She's a pretty girl. She's, they say sex sells. So I think she'll stand in my way. Ayo will definitely stand in my way. Ogechi will stand in my way. Rona will stand in my way. And Amina will stand in my way. Well, Amina is a bit bossy. And she has this I know it all attitude. And I don't work well with such people. And I have a feeling that for me, I'm going to be a threat to her. Because I challenge such people a lot. Because at the end of the day, you find out that they really don't know as much as they pretend to, or they portray to know. And for Rona, a lot of the girls, apart from Amina, are really going to, I feel they're going to capitalize on the fact that sex sells.
First of all, for the record, every single person is extremely smart. When we all sit together to talk, sometimes I ask myself, what on earth am I doing here? You just see brilliant people. There's Thomas. Thomas is smart. I've had the opportunity to work with Thomas. We have small groups. Thomas is my group leader. So Thomas has good leadership qualities, and that I admire him for. So I'll pick Thomas. I think I'll also pick Ayo. Ayo has experience on his side, which is something that I would look out for. Amina is like a steamroller. Amina can shout anybody down, so Amina is also a strong competitor. There's Emmanuel. You really don't see Emmanuel coming, but Emmanuel has experience on his side. Emmanuel is calm. It's very hard to face Emmanuel. He just doesn't. Emmanuel is very calm. And what else did I pick? Okay, maybe I'll pick Kola. Kola is quiet. So Kola is one of those people who you think can shoot you, but then you wake up in the middle of the night and you see a gun to your head and you're like, it's you, and then wow, that's the last thing you hear.
Wow, 5 contestants. My roommate, Damilola Akinwale, exceptionally intelligent young man. Thomas Ahigbe too, really good chap with a lot of ideas. Thirdly, Ayodele Aguntubi. It's very diverse, seems to have a little of everything on every side. And that's 3. I think Bosede Alimi Bosede. Very cool, calm, very sharp young girl. I think she has some part of her that hasn't exploded yet. And I think the part that is not uncovered yet is what I'm scared of. Then fifth, myself. I see myself standing in my own way, especially if I'm not able to keep my composure. But I'm working on that, and I can promise you I'll try as much as possible to fight that out.
Because I'm in Team B, I just understand that for me to get to the final 3, my team has to keep on winning. So that means Ayo, Thomas, Ogechi, Rona, and Damola has to give the show. That's the only way I'm going to get the final 3. So my team just has to keep on winning. They have to keep on going. They keep on winning. They keep on going. That's how it is for me.
The Intern, powered by Bank PHP. Power as a phenomenon has been described as being intoxicating, and absolute power, they say, intoxicates absolutely. Given absolute powers to send home any 3 of the remaining 9 from the show, we asked each intern candidate who would the 3 be.
I will say Ayo. Because they remind me of where I'll be in a few years from now. They possess a helpful, as in the kind of knowledge they have really is mind-blowing. Every time around them, I learn a lot, and they know a lot. They show they know a lot. So I see myself in them, because I know a lot, but I often find it hard to express myself because of my age, So they just remind me of who I might be in a few years from now. So I know that they're a threat, really.
From the 10, not the 5, because for me, I think that the competition will be exciting. So I would like to have the strongest people around, because my greatest competition is myself, all right? And so I would like to compete with people who are strong to know how strong I am, all right? So if I were to eliminate people, I would eliminate people who I thought were the weakest links, all right? And that would be Eudokia, Rona, and probably Damilola.
To be honest, I think the beauty of this particular show is how competitive it is. For me, I like competitiveness. So I'm only going to pick people because of the vibe I get from them. The 3 would be Amina Idris, Ogechi Surike, and Eudokia Jumbo. Those 3. Yeah. Vibe. Their vibe is kind of, I don't know, they scare me at times. If you ask me, they also want to get me out. So that kind of a thing. And most importantly, I think the vibe does not only have to do with just wanting to get me out, but I'm thinking in terms of being professional. They bring it to tasks. They want to contend with you. And I'm always asking myself, what exactly are we trying to achieve? Get me out or get the task done, you know? So, personally, those 3. If you're off, it will help me a lot.
Rona, Thomas, and Kola. For Rona and Kola, they're still very young. I think they still have a lot. I don't know how to say it. They still need to learn a lot more before then they can maybe come back at some point. For Thomas seems already to have his life figured out, so I don't know if the blueprints are good enough, but I had to call 3 names.
Based on performance, I would remove Kola, Rona, and Amina. I think Rona is the weakest link on the show, and Kola is the weakest guy on the show. And Amina doesn't seem to strike a balance. She's neither weak nor strong.
I'll take Amina off. I'll take Ogechi off, and I'll take Rona off. Like I said before, Amina is bossy. She's not humble, right? And for a woman, I find that